Hey, what's going on, everybody? Just gonna be buzzing through updates. Busy day today. So that's with all the ginger that I soaked and planted. 2 sprouts. There's the main one, and I just put the light on it this week, and it looks like there's one coming out here. Nothing else. I mean, there's a ton of ginger in there, so that's a little disappointing. So probably going to soak the rest of it that I have and get that planted and see what happens. The purple sweet potatoes, they're doing pretty well. This one's yellowing a little bit. A little smidgen here, but not too terrible. I mean, the plants are alive, they're perking up, they were fairly droopy. And then there's my odd duck here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the plants that came in from Baker Creek. And then I just have not gotten around to transplanting these. Just haven't had time. I keep finding something else to do. So that's it for the inside and quick run outside. Be right back. Alright, let's try that again. So yeah, alright, here we are back outside. So all the onions that I'm letting go to seed, they're starting to open up, so that's kind of cool. The hydroponic grow tower, scooted it back a little bit, kept bumping my back and shirt against the cattle panel. That was not pleasant. So I need to fill up the buckets, but check out the rate of growth that we've got going on. The berries, like the strawberries, starting to turn red already. I clipped a few kale and made a salad yesterday. Not too bad. A little more bitter than well, not super bitter, but for a salad, maybe a little more than I cared for. I'd taken a short video yesterday, and I'm probably not going to put it in here, so I let the level go too low in here, and this was the only one that didn't dip down. So the roots are in the solution. Going to see if it comes back to life. If not, it's just going to croak, and I'll cut one off and get it rooted and get going. But so some of the leaves, they're dying off. Actually, that's still stuck. It's not worth anything. But anyways, things are growing really well in the grow tower. I went through and got all of the feeder tubes inserted into the water reservoirs in the bottom and put the drain plugs in as Leon from Gardening with Leon is suggesting, so we'll see if that makes a difference. I transplanted a couple of the crowded strawberry plants over into the other planter and one over there, so we'll see if they survive. I didn't get to planting in these planters yet. That's going to be next. I've got to log in and do some work, so that's what's next. Tomato plants, they're starting to hit a growth spurt. This one's a little sad, kind of leaning, so it gets a little taller, be able to get it into the cage. The early girl starting to take off, and even that little runt down there is looking really good. We'll get a little better look when I circle around. I planted onions. The onions are sad because I bought them, they got shipped, and they sat inside, and I did nothing with them for way too long, so I don't even know if these are going to survive. We'll see what happens in a couple of weeks. If not, I'll have to order new onions. Is what it is. And then, so I planted Blue Lake bush beans. I like to put the bush beans in these containers. They seem to work real well. All the potatoes are doing awesome. Had to do some deep watering for them. Some of the buckets felt really light, so I watered them and came back and then re-watered them, so they should be doing really well. I just think it's interesting that these Kennebec whites, how large the leaves are compared to some of the other potato plants. Nothing else extremely special with those. Lots of strawberries starting to pop up. That's awesome. And the fruit trees, they're starting to do their thing. So I've got one lime that's just been kind of hanging out. Got a bunch of blossoms, so that's the good part. Hey, we got some pollinators hanging out. Thank you, Mr. B and Mrs. B. Ha ha ha. And lots of blossoms on the lemon tree I saw. Trying not to get stung hanging around in here. One of these plants had a pretty good sized lemon or lime starting. And right now I can't see it, but you know, that was hours ago and I've done things since then. So anyways, lots and lots of blossoms, so hopefully, you know, we'll get some growth. I was looking for the little babies on here. Oh, there you go. There's a lime trying to do its thing. And apple tree, this one's in full bloom. I don't remember how much it was blooming last week, but it's going nuts now, so that's very cool. And this one had started earlier. They're all three different types, so this one I'm not sure if it's going to do anything or not. There's a little bit of action hanging out there. But nothing so far. I think we already went through blueberries the other week, so there's a lot of blueberries trying to do the thing on here. Figs starting to take off. Raspberries. So raspberries, we've got some blossoms and some berries trying to do their thing. And the blackberries. So these three are blackberry. These are the first time that they have flowered and are actually putting on some berries. So it took a little bit of time, but the plants are doing real well. I mean, that's a little over 6 feet, so not too shabby. This one's definitely, this is over my head. I'm 6'4", 6'3", 6'4". This is about 6'6", so pretty good height on that one. And the fruiting mulberry, everything's doing really well. So far so good. I'm really curious to see what these blueberries taste like, because this plant has, well, definitely hundreds. So we'll see what happens. Other than that, that's all I got going on for this week. Thanks for watching.